In this lesson, we're going to look at graphing derivatives. Now, I know that your page is pretty blank right now, so can you copy down the graph f and the template for f prime first, and then we'll continue. Okay, so graphing derivatives. In the last lesson, we started calculating derivatives, and that's also called our m-tangent. The two forms of derivatives you could have is the general expression for the slope equation for your original function, or we could have found an actual numerical value, which is the slope at a specific point in the given function. So when we're graphing the derivative, we're going to use our given function, let's say f, to find f prime by looking at the slopes at very specific points so that we can get points of f prime. So for our first example, let's look at the slopes between a, b, c, d, e, and f. In other words, I'm finding f prime of 0, f prime of 1, c would be f prime of 2, and then so on, and these will, in other words, are the slope at 0, the slope at x equals 1, and the slope at x equals 2. So if you look at the slope at x equals 1, if I were to look at the instantaneous slope, or the rate, it's going to follow kind of this curve. And the slope here would be rise 1, 2, 3, and then over 1, so our overall slope would be 3. In B, we're going to look at that sort of rate there, and that slope looks like we're going up 1, over 1, which means we have a slope of 1. At C, kind of flat lines like this, that's the slope at that point, which means we have a slope at 0. And then you can always generalize this, that if you have a maximum or a minimum, that's kind of like a hump, this will always give you a slope of 0. In other words, your derivatives will be 0 at that point. Let's look at D. We're looking at this. This looks like from C to D, we went down 1 over 1, so this will be negative 1. So f prime of 3 is negative 1. Our next point is at E. So we're looking at this one here. From here, it looks like we went down 1 over 1. So we have another slope of negative 1. And lastly, at F, flat lines like that. So f prime of 6 is 0. So we just analyzed our graph of f. And how we really did that is we identified 0 slopes and slopes around those 0 slopes. So that's what we did. Then now to draw f prime, I'm going to use the information that we found here and transfer it over to f prime. So at A, my x was 0, my y would be 3. So I'm just going to graph exactly what I see over here. That would be my A prime. B prime is going to be x equals 1, y equals 1. Then 2, 0. The C prime, and then we're going to go down to negative 1, so I'm going to continue this graph. 3, negative 1, 5, negative 1, and then lastly 6, 0. So we have D prime, E prime, and then F prime here. And then we can just connect the overall general shape. And that would be it for F prime. In other words, we could also state that f is decreasing where f prime is negative and increasing where f prime is positive. Where f prime is 0, the graph f has a horizontal tangent. We figured that out earlier. Changing from increasing to decreasing or vice versa. Okay, so to summarize again, f is decreasing, like down here. That means we're going to be negative in f prime because we have a negative slope. When f is increasing, which happens over here, then we're going to be positive in our values for f prime because our slope is positive. And whenever we have a horizontal tangent, that means our slope is 0. Usually that means we're going to increase and then decrease. So we're changing from increasing to decreasing, or it could be from decreasing to increasing. So I want you to try it yourself. Copy this, and then we'll go through the answer together. Okay, if you're ready and you tried this question, then we can go ahead. So right now, we don't have values like the other example. I'm just going to write what's actually happening in this graph. So here we're increasing in our f. Here we're increasing again. And then we have a horizontal tangent. Then it's going to be negative here because we start decreasing. Again, another horizontal tangent. Increasing. And then decreasing. Flat here. Flat here. Slightly increasing here. And then decreasing to the end. Okay, so I'm going to change my color here and actually draw our f prime of x. It's going to be in green. So this is going to look fairly similar because we're increasing, everything needs to be positive. Here we have a 0 because we have a horizontal tangent. We're increasing, I have to make sure I'm above the x-axis, so I have a positive number, positive slope. I have another 0 over here, and it says we're decreasing, so it has to be negative. I'll be below the x-axis. Now we're increasing, and this creates a hole because it's a cusp. And we're increasing, so we have a positive slope, positive numbers. Then I'm going to jump down, it has to be decreasing. And I'm just going to write another hole here because of our cusp. And we have a 0 here because of our horizontal tangent, so we're just going to connect these like that. We have another 0 for here. This was increasing because it's going up, which means we have a positive slope. And then lastly, decreasing, so we need negative numbers in our values, so that would be a negative slope there. And that would be, the green would be your f prime of x. I'm going to finish it off with one more example. You can draw this in. It's supposed to be given to you. So I'll take a moment to do that. So we want to sketch this graph with the following properties. And these three properties, f of 0, 0, it has to have this graph as its derivative graph. And then it has to be continuous for all x. So from number 1, let's begin at the origin. So we for sure know we have this point. Let's consider what happens on the left side of x equals 1, and then we'll consider the right side after. So when we consider the left of x equals 1, looks like our y value is -1, which means we're going to have a slope, a constant slope of -1. So this means we have a constant slope of -1 because this is our f prime graph. It describes our slope. So then on this side, we need to have a slope of -1, which means I'm going to go down 1 over 1 here, and then continue on. And this will give me that slope of -1. Now let's consider the right side. If you look at the right side, we have a constant slope of 1. Oh no, sorry, 2. That's what's drawn here. Remember, f prime tells you what slope we have for our f graph. So that means after x equals 1, I should have a slope of 2, so rise 2, and then over 1. Then rise 2, over 1. And connect them. And then lastly, if you think about why we have these holes here, when do we have holes? We have holes at cusps, and we also have them at corners, and we have a corner here. So this satisfies our holes in f prime. So that's good. This is also continuous for all x. We don't have any breaks in this graph at all. And because it's continuous on all x, we can just indicate with some arrows on either side of f. And then we're done. Okay, so that's it for looking at our graphs of f prime, or in general, the derivative graphs.